Now, when you first see the new Xiaomi Pad 8, you're probably thinking, okay, pretty similar to the Pad 7, but there's actually a couple significant upgrades that might just make this the tablet to be in 2026. Depending on where you're located, pricing didn't change much, starting at just over $350, but I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. It starts with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. It's actually a little lighter now at 485 grams, so that's kind of nice considering it now has a larger battery, which we'll talk about here shortly. It's also IP54, dust and water resistant. Also comes with a 67 watt fast charging brick as well. This also works with the Xiaomi Focus Pen Pro and the Xiaomi Pad 8 Focus keyboard. You can see a little bit different style for the camera module there on the back. I thought the display on here was actually pretty nice with the Xiaomi Pad 7, and this one seems pretty comparable with an 11.2 inch IPS LCD at up to 144 Hz refresh rate. It still has the 3:2 aspect ratio at 2136 by 3200 resolution, and at 800 nits, it's plenty bright enough for most things that you would need to do. Of course, it's Widevine L1 for streaming apps like Netflix, and you can stream up to 4K resolution for YouTube videos. Surprisingly, they put a larger battery in here now at 9200 milliamp hours with up to 45 watt fast charging. It also now has 22.5 watt reverse charging as well. Not sure if I would use that, but still nice to have. I also ran my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness. Kind of surprising, but this lasted about 6 hours, which is pretty similar to the previous Xiaomi Pad 7. I guess I was expecting a little bit longer considering the larger battery size. But also keep in mind, there's a lot of variables when it comes to battery life. And once you're using this every day for a couple weeks, it's gonna start learning how you use it and adjust accordingly. This does have face unlock, pattern, pin, and password. I kind of wish I had a fingerprint scanner as well. You've got a couple different fonts to choose from. Looks like it's on gestures by default, but of course you can change that later in the settings if you want 3-button navigation. The software on here is on Android 16, HyperOS 3 right out of the box, which is actually pretty nice. I've also seen that it gets 5 years of software updates, but just remember the Xiaomi Pad 6 or 7 increased the years of support to compete a little better with the competition, so we'll see how that goes. I think they do a nice job of giving you a lot of features and ways to multitask on here. If you're new to Xiaomi pads, they feel almost like a mix between an iPad and Android, so you sort of get the best of both worlds. It does put all of the apps on the home screen by default, but you can change it in the settings from classic to with app drawer. Of course, you have light and dark mode. You can also change the refresh rate from 60 to 90 or 144 Hz. It's using about 33 gigabytes of the 128 available, so pretty typical, I would say. Okay, pretty large clock there on the lock screen. They also have quite a few different ways to customize the lock screen. They even have the different colors of the default wallpaper if you're wondering. You've got a spot there for the Xiaomi Focus Pen Pro. This tablet also has video out, which surprisingly is not that common on tablets in this price range. So it's nice to be able to connect to a TV, projector, or external monitor using an HDMI adapter. You also have Workstation on here, which is sort of like floating windows. It's definitely a little easier to switch back and forth between apps. You can also do split screen on here as well to be a little more productive. This might be the first tablet that I've tested using the new Snapdragon 8S Gen 4 processor. It starts with 8 gigabytes of RAM, but it goes up to 12 with a 256 gigabyte storage option. You also get almost double the write speeds with the higher storage option with UFS 4.1. You can see it's a nice improvement over single and multi-core scores, but it's almost double the GPU performance compared to the Xiaomi Pad 7. And I actually thought the Xiaomi Pad 7 had decent power for the price, so that's really nice if you need to do some video editing or gaming on this tablet. When it comes to speakers, just like the previous version, you get a quad speaker setup with Dolby Atmos, which sounds pretty nice. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of how it sounds. I feel like when I was playing this, the audio went down on it automatically for some reason. Not really sure why.
But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. It's you, baby. It's you, baby. It's you, baby.
Now, as far as cameras, usually cameras aren't that great on tablets. You've got an 8 megapixel on the front, 13 megapixel on the back. In the camera app, you've got Pro, Portrait, Photo, Video, and Documents. You can also shoot up to 4K resolution, 30 frames per second for video recording. Actually pretty fast shutter speed on here. Here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of what to expect. I think camera and video quality are actually pretty decent on here, especially for a tablet. So you could probably use this for things like Zoom meetings and other video conference calls if you need to. But hopefully this gave you some more information on the new Xiaomi Pad 8. One thing I wish they would add to this tablet is a fingerprint scanner. I'll definitely have to compare this to some of the other tablets that I have, hopefully here soon. But if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on, probably more than usual. So you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from FishBee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.